Alright, so here I am, and if I wasn't talking, then to camera, then I would be trying to do this and beat the commercial break. Oh, not today. So this is exciting because you get an opportunity to have something to plan for. I was considering all the different ideas that I could talk about while doing this alone when nobody can interrupt me, when nobody has anything interesting to say. Okay, so what do you do with totally rock hard brown sugar? See, this was not part of my plans, even though I knew that this brown sugar was hard as a rock. Yeah, this one isn't any better in the plastic. So that's just part of life, though. Oh right. Okay, I have a solution. Here it is. There's the solution. Because I'm not going to sit around and wait for the eggs and stuff to go in. So what I'll do. What was I going to talk about? Oh, right. Okay. So, because I'm using the Unity Museum YouTube, Facebook page thingy, to post this, I figure I better talk about the Unity Museum. So, we're actually considering opening up one in a town just near here. It's a little old town called Everett. And I missed the commercial break. Well, what can you say? So, I don't know if you can tell what I'm doing here. Yes, everybody knows exactly what I'm doing. So, actually, I was going to say, because I'm making peanut butter cookies, our Peanutbutter Museum in Cameroon may benefit from this video, because they're thinking of getting rid of some of their wheat and putting in some peanuts. So you can be a peanut farmer, and then I'm sure that they'll have their fair share of peanut butter cookies. So, okay, I have an idea of how to try this. There we go. Gravity? No. Gravity is not an issue. So what am I working on with psychology this week? Is since something I'd rather not talk about. It's been causing me quite a lot of stress. I feel like, oh my gosh, nobody wants to hear about Haiti. So, I will admit, I have unfortunately witnessed the extraordinarily dull life that is some people on, what is that, like streaming services. This unfortunately is up there with the worst of them. So what can you possibly do so that people who are trying to the Nobel Prize winning economist, what's his face, Friedman, said that the problem of the future is boredom, and you're witnessing that right now. How extraordinarily boring can you get? So here I am looking through nothing. I didn't even need to go in there, and I'm going to keep on going with my paper that I'm doing for psych. It's about more sugar. Oh, you know what? This is so fast. Wow, I missed that entire segment. That's okay though, because nobody wants to hear about Haiti. So, oops, not toast. I'm not making toast. So, I was planning on beating the. Okay, first step: 2 eggs, butter, bunch of sugar, enough sugar so that you can mix this butter up. And it was obviously on the counter all night and some of the day, and now it is getting mashed up. This is the stuff that I think it's necessary. Alright, okay, the general. So I'm getting commercials in here. This is the general. This is a commercial for something, maybe it's insurance. And I know the general by his theme song and by various stuff, but I don't know what the commercial is for. But it reminds me of the paper that I'm writing. It's for generalized anxiety disorder. Very uncommon because most people who have it, it looks awful. They end up having it plus some other symptom. Oh, that's right, I'm doing peanut butter. Okay, so peanut butter is not very easy. What you have to do with it is get 2 implements, two utensils, usually. Put a bunch of peanut butter in there. And the problem with peanut butter that it makes it such a tough cookie is, geez, it's all stuck on there. So this is the hard part. Pro. And then mix it all up just like a. This is so much wet, and this is the thing that I learned. I learned this from the School of Hard Knocks. It's that when you make a peanut butter cookie, you think to yourself, wow, that's so much wet. You're going to end up with a cookie that needs to be not like that. It's just going to be terrible. And then you put more and more flour in it. And what happens? You end up with a dried out, nasty old, flaky, falls apart on the floor after only 1 or 2 days sitting out. You don't want that. So this is some flour, but I've learned, like I said, some things you learn the easy way, some things you learn the hard way. And one of those things that you learn in your life is that you don't want to put too much flour or too much baking powder into there. Not baking powder. That's not baking powder. So this is, oh right, I can even talk about portions of flour. I can talk about anything that I want. To stick with the basics. General anxiety disorder is not your typical anxiousness about this or that, like some phobias may be. General anxiety disorder is much, much more worser because they're worrying about everything all the time. It doesn't even matter what you're thinking about. You can be thinking about nothing and you're worrying about. You look at this and you say, hey, oh no, I'm worried about it. And so it's really no good. And it often comes along with depression. It's in 70% of cases. And also, a lot of times it isn't even diagnosed because they think, oh, that's just somebody who is scared of agoraphobia, right? That's when you're scared of an open field, or perhaps you're scared of the clown and a spider, and then you get a phobia, and maybe you have a post-trauma and you can't think about it anymore because you keep thinking about it though. And so that's what I learned. The end of anxiety disorder. Oh right, but I wasn't going to even talk about school because I'm at the museum, and the director told me, don't talk about school when you're at the museum. So I'll talk about what is good to talk about at the museum. Well, there's some typical topics such as, well, mental illness is something that would be good to talk about with some of our visitors, but we usually will talk about the museum in Cameroon. And today's Elvis's birthday, so we could even talk about how he's getting even more field acreage. He's a farmer, the executive director of Unity Museum of Nigambuwudu, Cameroon. It's a small village that exists, and Elvis lives there. He moved from their capital after he went to school, and he got a degree in social health or something. And then what he did after he did school was he got married, and it was in the museum. Long story. So that's the thing about this I missed the show. It's okay. I'll see her again next week, she says. So oh right, they're gonna tear down some of their wheat field, and they're gonna put up instead of it, because they don't really need that much of it. So instead, what they're gonna do? I'm just standing around here making this totally flat. Oh, but look at how flat is that? Dang, that's flat clean to do. Okay, and here's the nuts. So these on top. So these are walnuts, and they go well with peanuts. And over there, they're gonna put in a peanut farm in Africa. And they're gonna, for the Unity Museum, it's totally self-sustaining, unlike here, we rely on angels and don't grow our own walnuts. See, these are from California shelled walnuts. They're from California, and that's very cool. Thank you, California. So what I'm going to do is sort of push these in there a little bit. Now I wouldn't normally have to do this, but I do because I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh right, the peanut farm. So that's pretty cool. They're going to be peanut farmers over there in Cameroon, the dark continent. I was reading about the first American movie, feature-length film, and I was researching in 1947. There was a movie that I watched. That's when it was filmed. I'm gonna throw some. No, that's good. That's it. And then I just throw it in the oven. Okay, thank you.
Have one of these?
Yeah, you can have one.
Okay. Look at these amazing Cameron home-baked cookies.
Wait, Martin, see? Is there even any... No, that's just crumbs.
Yeah, that's,
Here, have
that's
one of
your
these.
best advertising ever.
Hey, Martin.
I'm sorry.
What do you think they're yummy, or is there anything wrong with them?
Donuts. We need more donuts.
Can you compliment the food that you ate?
Oh, I finished off the plate. I'm sorry. I mean, you guys don't. I eat them all.
Oh wait,
So they must have been great that you ate them all.
Mm-hmm.
Martin, can you give me a Boeing joke? We need a joke because they're tanking.
Make Boeing, I'm not going.
That's a good one.
Oh boy.
Wait, how many of the light bulbs?
Oh, how many Boeing employees do you
Yeah.
think to change a light bulb on an airplane?
I don't know.
I lost count.
I lost count.
Okay, funny.
Okay, come on, well, we just love your cookies. So they taste fantastic.
Pretty good licorice.